Imagine a world where kings and queens still rule with absolute power. A world where the concept of democracy is as alien as the farthest galaxies. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? But that could very well have been our reality, if not for one man, George Washington. Born in 1732 in the British Virginian colony, George was the youngest of 6 children born to Augustine and Mary Ball Washington. But the Washington family was no stranger to power. Augustine served as a justice of the peace in Virginia, a position of significant authority. George's grandfather and great-grandfather were both members of the Virginia House of Burgesses, the first legislative assembly of elected representatives in North America. It was clear from a young age that George was destined for greatness. Even as a child, he showed a keen mind and a talent for understanding human nature. However, tragedy struck when George was just 11. His father died, leaving part of his estate to George and his older half-brother, Lawrence. After Lawrence's untimely death from tuberculosis in 1751, George inherited the Mount Vernon property and decided to follow in his brother's footsteps by joining the militia. This decision would set him on the path to becoming one of the most renowned military generals in history. Fast forward to the aftermath of the Revolutionary War. The newly formed Union was fragile, and the Articles of Confederation proved too weak to hold it together. So in 1787, George, at the urging of his peers, presided over the Constitutional Convention, leading to the creation and ratification of the U.S. Constitution. As the first president of the United States, Washington's accomplishments were numerous. He signed the Bill of Rights, conducted the first U.S. Census, and established Thanksgiving as a national holiday. But his most monumental contribution was not an action, but a decision. The decision to step down after 2 terms. In an era when monarchies were the norm, George could have easily declared himself king. He was immensely popular, and there was no precedent to dictate otherwise. But George chose to walk away. His decision to step down after 2 terms set a precedent for future presidents and solidified the United States' commitment to democracy. So, here's to George Washington, the man who could have been a king but chose to be a citizen. His story is proof that one person can truly change the course of history.